going to show you exactly how I went from 0 to 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify as a music producer in about 8 months. The whole world wants to tell you that getting people to listen to your music is this complex thing. You got to be doing all these things. To me, it's really quite simple, and I'm going to explain it to you in about 4 steps. This whole video is going to be very simple, but I think it'll be super beneficial. Here we go. The first step, promotion. And we all know there's very bad and there's very good promotion. Bad promotion to me is we have no idea where the streams are coming from. We don't know if they're fake. We don't know if they're bought. All we know is that we paid and all of a sudden we have people streaming our song. I include paying to be on a Spotify playlist in this. I would never in my life pay to be on a Spotify playlist because I learned nothing about the people listening, and it's always the same. When you pay somebody to be on a Spotify playlist, all of a sudden you're on the playlist for a week, your streams jump up to like 20,000, you're like, wow, I'm getting a bunch of streams, a bunch of people listening, then right when you're off the playlist, back down. There is no actual consistent growth. Whether they were real streams or not, it's just like, okay, what was the point? The people were there to listen to that playlist. I don't know if they actually were truly registering my song. Unless it's a playlist where it's like very well known, maybe I know the person running it, I stay away from paying anybody to be on a playlist. It could be as simple as I hand you $200, you buy $50 worth of fake streams, and they pocket the other $150. I don't know. I stay away with it. I stay away from sites that say they're like, get you on Spotify playlists and hook you up with Spotify playlist curators. No. Okay, now let's talk about good promotion. To me, good promotion is we know exactly where the streams are coming from. I can actually learn about the listeners, about the people streaming our song, so I can now have that information about them and now build upon that. Okay, what kind of music are they liking? Oh, they like when I do this style of song. This style of song is performing well. Let me keep doing that. So how do I personally do good promotion? I've only promoted my songs one way, and that's this. I use Facebook Ads Manager. I make like a little Instagram story ad. Let's say it's a song with an artist. I'll actually film the artist. It's a video of them. They're singing 30 seconds of their favorite part of the song, and we run that video as an ad on Facebook and Instagram to people that are interested in Spotify. Instagram and Facebook already know a very, very good amount about you as a person. They probably know what kind of music you like. It might take the ad a couple days to kind of learn what kind of music is being played and what kind of people are clicking on it. But as the ad learns more, it'll actually the cost of the ad will actually start to go down. Maybe it's like 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents a click to get people to click on your song. But this is where the beauty of it comes in. You released your song on a Friday, which all of you should be releasing your songs on Fridays, especially for Spotify to get on release radar and actually get some organic push from Spotify. So let's say you did that, you're in release radar, and now you have run some ads for maybe the first week or two. Now you have organically sent people to Spotify to listen to your song. Great. Now Spotify has some information, and they're like, okay, this person saved it, this person saved it. Oh, these people listened for this long. They actually have information on your song and are able to find people that also might like this song. Guys, you have to remember, Spotify is a social media platform, just like Instagram, just like YouTube. They are trying to keep people on their app. They want to recommend songs to people on their app, just like Instagram wants to recommend videos for people to watch, right? It's the same thing. They want to keep people on the app longer. If you run ads and you show Spotify, hey, people like this song. Look, I sent people came to this song and they downloaded it, they liked it. Spotify will push it out through what we call algorithmic playlists. And now algorithmic playlists are radio, Discover Weekly. Sometimes there's New Music Friday, I think is algorithmic playlist. I've never been on New Music Friday, but either way, that's how you actually get some growth. And Spotify will consistently push. If it does well, continues to do well, it'll push. That's great. That's a very good way to promote. You can learn about your audience. You can collect some data through like a Facebook pixel. It's great. And of course, this goes without saying, you should be making content along with that, right? Promoting, you should also be making content. It's just the day we live in. I think making content is a little bit harder, right? To actually get people to go listen to the song. But if you master that, you're really going to see a lot of success if you pair that with good promotion. So how often should you post? Some people are like, oh, I'm going to make this album and I'm going to put it out at the perfect time and it's going to just... I don't think that's what you should be doing. Maybe if you're Drake, like if you're a big time artist and maybe you're signed to a label and you got this massive fan base and you want to have one time a year where you're it and people are listening to your album, I get that. I understand that. But if you're a kid making music in your basement and you really don't have that big of a fan base yet, you should be putting out all the music you can that you think is good, right? If you think it's good, you should be putting it out. The more stuff you have out there for people to listen to, the more streams you get. The last thing you want, to be honest, in my opinion, is a song go like ballistic and you have 2 songs out and people only can they'll be like, oh, I want to be a fan of this guy, and they can only go listen to one other song. I would love to have a catalog of like 30 songs out, right? One song goes crazy. Now they can go listen to your entire catalog and your streams will really start to compound. I think that is very important. So I personally, as a producer, I think it's a little bit easier, but I know a lot of artists that still get this done. I try to put out a song every Friday. That's my goal. That's what I started trying to do in 2023, and I obviously have seen great growth, but I would try to put out a song every week. Why not? Start putting out music, even if you can't pay to promote it just yet. Really try to put out a song every week or every 2 weeks. Don't be oh, I got to get a release out so you're not putting out good music, but try to be very consistent with your releases, because as you start to build a little bit of a fan base, if you can satisfy that fan base every week or twice a month, they're going to be like, oh my God, this guy, I love this. I'm hearing great music every week. I have something to listen to every single week. And then you continue to grow. I just think that compounding, releasing every single week is very beneficial. I would not try to release an album if you are a new artist. Honestly, I don't know if I would ever release an album, but that's just me. It's personal taste. I just think you can build a lot of momentum with singles and you can get a lot of traction. Now, along with posting, I have found that collaborating with other artists, especially obviously as a producer, it's probably a lot harder to grow with just beats than it is co-releasing with artists on Spotify. That's what I do. I have 5 or 6 artists that I love to work with, and we make a lot of songs together, and I actually just co-release. My name's on the Spotify, and their name is on Spotify. So that means the streams that come in will account for both of our Spotifys, which is great. So if there's an artist that has more monthly listeners than me and a better fan base, I actually can benefit a lot from just being a part of that song and having my name on there on Spotify. Now, along with posting every week, it'll probably be a lot easier to post every week if you follow this. Now, this is my personal preference. I try to make shorter songs. I know some people are like, oh, it's art, it should be. I try to make shorter songs. I honestly keep them hook, verse, hook. It's very simple, and the concepts are very simple and clear. What do I mean by that? If you are posting a song and it's not so simple that even a dumb person couldn't figure it out, it should be oh, I know exactly what this person is talking about. I don't mean make it lame or cheesy or corny. You can be complex in your words, but still have a simple overall concept. And as far as the short songs thing go, I just think people's attention spans are shorter. They're more likely to listen to a song that is 1 minute long and all the way through than a 3-minute song. So shorter songs means probably repeating the song more, which means more streams, which ultimately means more money. My next suggestion would be you have to stick to somewhat of a niche, especially at the start. When you are building your fan base, I would definitely stick to what you're best at, right? Build an audience with that, and then you can start to branch out a little bit if you think so, if you think it's necessary. But don't try to make a Justin Bieber track one week and then all of a sudden do a 21 Savage rap song the next. It's going to be very confusing for the Spotify algorithm, because if you have built up a fan base that is like Justin Bieber kinda, and all of a sudden you drop a 21 Savage track, people are gonna be like, what is this? And Spotify is also going to be like, well, nobody liked this song. Why would we push it out to more people? So definitely be within your niche. Try to make music that you're best at and hammer it, honestly. I said this video was going to be simple, but this is probably the most complex thing, but it really shouldn't feel that complex for the kind of people that we are, which is artists. At the end of the day, good music wins. Now, with that, I think you should somewhat manage your expectations. Look in the mirror. I thought I was making the best music ever last year. And this year I'm looking back at that music and I'm like, yeah, that was not very good. No wonder why it didn't get many streams. I'm happy I put it out, right? Because I was like, people really aren't liking this that much? Okay, maybe it's a problem with the promotion. Maybe we didn't do this right. Maybe we didn't do that right. Okay, we learned. Okay, maybe the song just wasn't that good. Now I'm making music and I feel like it's way better than that. And maybe next year I'll be making music and I'm like, yeah, I'm way better than I was last year. So don't be afraid to look in the mirror at your music and be like, hey, I need to get better. I'm still going to put this song out because somebody might like it. There's definitely potential somebody might like it, but the numbers oftentimes don't lie. if a song is good or bad. Oftentimes as artists, we get very attached to certain songs, or we're like, this is the best thing I've ever made, and then it might not perform as well. That's okay. Understand that that's okay. Understand that you're getting better. Understand that with every release, you might learn something about promotion. You might learn something about the structure of your song. Continue to put music out, but also understand that good music wins always. If people like it, they're going to listen, and that is the bottom line. So what you really should be focusing on is getting better at making music. I wanted to make this video because it quite literally is what I'm like most focused on right now. I've done the content stuff. I love doing the content stuff. I've been very successful with content, but the thought of passive revenue from my streams for years to come until I die and after I die. As long as people listen to music, money will come in. I honestly love the thought of just being able to make music, put out music, people listen to it, me get paid, not really be attached to any labels, be completely independent as a producer, work with whoever I want, release music whenever I want. That's what I'm going for, and I think it's very powerful, and I think you guys should also pursue it. I pursue that more so than selling beats now, to be honest. Like with the artists I work with, I'm not like, hey, yeah, let me get 1,000 for that beat. No, it's let me get 50% of that song because you came into my studio, I helped write the lyrics, and I made the beat, and I mixed and mastered it. That's what I'm going for. I believe in the artists I work with, and I'm going to grow with them and invest my time in them and take a percentage of that cut that I deserve for the producer as when I'm making a song. So yeah, that's all I got. If you guys want anything else or want to learn about anything else, I've probably gone through it. Comment down below. I love you guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Drop a comment. And yeah, that's today's video. Spotify growth. Have a good one. Peace.